welcome to our Bible meditation. This reading is for March 29th, 2023, and we're reading First Chronicles 11, 12, 13, and 14.
And we're reading from the New King James Version. First Chronicles 11. David made king over all Israel. Then all Israel came together to David at Hebron, saying, Indeed, we are your bone and your flesh. Also in time past, even when Saul was king, you were the one who led Israel out and brought them in. And the Lord your God said to you, You shall shepherd my people Israel and be ruler over my people Israel. Therefore all the elders of Israel came to the king at Hebron, and David made a covenant with them at Hebron before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel, according to the word of the Lord by Samuel. The city of David. And David and all Israel went to Jerusalem, which is Jebus, where the Jebusites were the inhabitants of the land. But the inhabitants of Jebus said to David, You shall not come in here. Nevertheless, David took the stronghold of Zion, that is, the city of David. Now David said, Whoever attacks the Jebusites first shall be chief and captain. And Joab, the son of Jeruiah, went up first and became chief. Then David dwelt in the stronghold, therefore they called it the city of David. And he built the city around it from Millo to the surrounding area. Joab repaired the rest of the city. So David went on and became great, and the Lord of hosts was with him. The mighty men of David. Now these were the heads of the mighty men who David had, who strengthened themselves with him in his kingdom with all of Israel, to make him king, according to the word of the Lord concerning Israel. This is the number of mighty men whom David had. Jasobim, son of Hachmonite, chief of the captains. He had lifted up his spear against 300 killed by him at one time. After him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, who was one of the three mighty men. He was with David at Pasdammon. Now there were Philistines were gathered for the battle, and there was a piece of ground full of barley. So the people fled from the Philistines. But they stationed themselves in the middle of the field, defended it, and killed the Philistines. So the Lord brought about a great victory. Now, 3 of the 30 chief men went down to the rock to David, into the cave of Adullam, and the army of Philistines encamped in the valley of Rephaim. David was then in the stronghold, and the garrisons of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David said with longing, Oh, that somebody would give me a drink of water from the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. So the 3 broke through the camp of the Philistines, drew water from the well of Bethlehem, that was by the gate, took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, David would not drink it, but poured it out to the Lord. And he said, Far be it from me, O my God, that I should do this. Shall I drink the blood of these men who have put their lives in jeopardy? For at the risk of their lives they brought it. Therefore he would not drink it. These things were done by 3 mighty men. Abishai, the brother of Joab, was the chief of another 3. He had lifted up his spear against 300 men, killed them, and won a name among these 3. Of the 3, he was more honored than the other 2 men. Therefore, he became their captain. However, he did not attain to the first 3. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man from Kabzeel, who had done many deeds, he had killed 2 lion-like heroes of Moab. He also had gone down and killed a lion in the midst of a pit on a snowy day. And he killed an Egyptian, a man of great height, 5 cubits tall. In the Egyptian's hand there was a spear like a weaver's beam. And he went down to him with the staff, wrested the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and killed him with his own spear. These things Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, did, and he won a name among the 3 mighty men. Indeed, he was more honored than the 30, but he did not attain to the first, and David appointed him over his guard. Also, the mighty warriors were Ashel, the brother of Joab, Elihanah, the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shemoth, the Herolite, Helis, the Pelonite, Ira, the son of Ikkesh of Tikoti, Ab- Abizai,
Habezer.
Abida, Abizer,
Yeah.
the Antothite, Sibikai, the Hushite, um, Liah, the Aohite, Mariah, the Netrophatite, Helid, the son of Baana, the Netrophyte, the son of Rabbah of Gilead, of the sons of Benjamin, Benaiah,
Benaiah. Yeah, I think Benaiah.
Benaiah, the Pirathite, Hurai,
Uriah.
of the brook of Gash, Abiel, the Arbatite, Asmat, the Baharamite, Eliahaba, the Shalabinite, the sons of Hashem, the Gitzonite, Jonathan, the son of Shaget, the Harite, Ahiam, the son of Sakar, the Harite, Eliphah, the son of Hefer, the son of Mesherolite, Ahihah, the Pelonite, Hezel, the Carmelite, Narai, the son of Ezbah, Joel, the brother of Nathan, Mibhar, the son of Hagri, Zelak, the Ammonite, Naharai,
The Berothite.
I got that name, the armor bearer of Joab, the son of Jejuel.
Zeruiah.
You have to read all this. Ira, the Ithrite, Gareb, the Ithrite, Uriah, the Hittite, Zabad, the son of Halai, Adina, the son of Shiza, the Reubenite, a chief of Reubenites, and 30 with him. Hanan, the son of Makkah, Josaphat, the Midnight, Uzziah, the Asterotite, Shammah, and Jael, the sons of Hotham, the Arielite, Jediel, the son of Shimri, and Joah, his brother, the Tizite, Eliah, the Mahavite, Jeroboam, and Joshaviah, the sons of Elnam, Itmah, the Moabite, Eliah, Obed, and Jaziel, the Mesobite.
Okay. Well, I think you could do a study of just learning to read the names,
Yes.
right? It's not easy. And I think this kind of why people don't want to go into the book when they come across these, the names and all. So, but we'll keep on reading. So, First Chronicles chapter 12. The growth of David's army. Now these were the men who came to David at Ziklag while he was still a fugitive from Saul, the son of Kish, and they were among the mighty men, helpers in the war, armed with bows, using both the right hand and the left, in hurling stones and shooting arrows with the bow. They were of Benjamin, Saul's brethren. The chief was Ahiezer, then a Joash, the sons of Shema the Gibeathite, Jeziel and Pelet the sons of Asmaveth, Barachah and Jehu the Anatotholite, yeah, Ishmaiah the Gibeonite, a mighty man among the 30, and over the 30, Jeremiah, Jehaziel, Johanan, and Josabad the Gederathite, Eluzai, Jerimoth, Bealiah, Shemariah, and Shephatiah the Haruphite, Elkanah, Jishiah, Azarel, Jozer, and Joshabin the Korathites, and Jola and Zebediah the sons of Jeroham of Gedor. Some Gadites joined David at the stronghold in the wilderness, mighty men of valor, men trained for battle, who could handle shield and spear, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and were as swift as gazelles on the mountains. Ezer the first, Obadiah the second, Eliab the third, Mishmanah the fourth, Jeremiah the fifth, Attai the sixth, Eliel the seventh, Johanan the eighth, Elzabad the ninth, Jeremiah the tenth, and Machbani the 11th. These were from the sons of Gad, captains of the army. The least was over 100, and the greatest was over 1,000. These are the ones who crossed the Jordan in the first month, when it had overflowed all the banks, and they put to flight all those in the valleys to the east and to the west. Then some of the sons of Benjamin and Judah came to David at the stronghold. And David went out to meet them, and answered and said to them, If you have come peaceably to me to help me, my heart will be united with you. But if to betray me to my enemies, since there is no wrong in my hands, may the God of our fathers look and bring judgment. Then the Spirit came upon Amaziah, chief of the captains, and he said, We are yours, O David. We are on your side, O son of Jesse. Peace, peace to you, and peace to your helpers, for your God helps you. So David received them and made them captains of the troop. And some of Manasseh defected to David when he was going with the Philistines to battle against Saul, but they did not help them, for the lords of the Philistines sent him away by agreement, saying, He may defect to his master Saul and endanger our heads. When he went to Ziklag, those of Manasseh who defected to him were Adnah, Jozabad, Jediah, Michael, Josbad, Elihu, and Zilltai, captains of the thousands who were from Manasseh. And they helped David against the bands of raiders, for they were all mighty men of valor, and they were captains in the army. For at that time they came to David day by day to help him, until it was a great army, like the army of God. David's army in Hebron. Now these were the numbers of the divisions that were equipped for the war, and came to David at Hebron, to turn over the kingdom of Saul to him, according to the word of the Lord. Of the sons of Judah, bearing shield and spear, 6,800 armed for war. Of the sons of Simeon, mighty men of valor, fit for war, 7,100. Of the sons of Levi, 4,600. Jehoiada, the leader of Aaronites, and with him 3,700. Zadok, a young man, a valiant warrior, and from his father's house 22 captains. Of the sons of Benjamin, relatives of Saul, 3,000. Until then, the greatest part of them had remained loyal to the house of Saul. Of the sons of Ephraim, 20,800 mighty men of valor, famous men throughout their father's house. Of the tribe of Manasseh, 18,000, who were designated by name to come and make David king. Of the sons of Issachar, who had understanding of the times, to know that what Israel ought to do, their chiefs were 200, and all their brethren were at their command. Of Zebulun there were 50,000, who went out to battle, expert in war with the weapons of war, south southwarded men who could keep ranks. Of Naphtali 1,000 captains, and with them 37,000 with shield and spear. Of the Danites who could keep battle formation, 28,600. Of Asher, those who could go out to war, able to keep battle formation, 40,000. Of the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half tribe of Manasseh from the other side of the Jordan, 120,000 armed for battle with every kind of weapon of war. All these men of war who could keep ranks came to Hebron with a loyal heart to make David king over all Israel, and all the rest of Israel were of one mind to make David king. And they were there with David 3 days, eating and drinking for their brethren and prepared for them. Moreover, those who were near to them from as far as Issachar and Zebulun and Naphtali were bringing food on donkeys and camels and mules and oxen, provisions of flour, cakes of figs and cakes of raisins, wine and oil, and oxen and sheep abundantly, for there was joy in Israel.
First Chronicles 13. The ark brought from Kirjath Jearim. Then David consulted with the captains of thousands and hundreds, and with every leader. And David said to all the assembly of Israel, if it seems good to you, and if it is of the Lord our God, let us send out to our brethren everywhere who are left in all the land of Israel, and with them to the priests and Levites who are in their cities and their common lands, that they may gather together to us. Let us bring the ark of our God back to us, for we have not inquired at it since the days of Saul. Then all the assembly said they would do so, for the thing was right in the eyes of all the people. So David gathered all so David gathered all Israel together from Shihar to Egypt, to as far as the entrance of Hamath, to bring the ark of God from Kirjath Jearim. And David and all Israel went to Baalah, to Kirjath Jearim, which belonged to Judah, to bring up there the ark of God the Lord, who dwells between the cherubim, and where his name is proclaimed. So they carried the ark of God on a new cart from the heart of Abinadab,
Abinadab.
Abinadab, and Uzzah, and Ahio drove the cart. Then David and all Israel played music before God with all their might, singing on harps and on string instruments, tambourines, cymbals, and with trumpets. And when they came to Shidon, the resting place, Uzzah put out his hand to hold the ark, for the oxen stumbled. Then the anger of the Lord was roused against Uzzah, and he struck him because he put his hand to the ark, and he died there before God. And David became angry because of the Lord's outbreak against Uzzah. Therefore, that place is called Perez Uzzah to this day. David was afraid of God that day, saying, how can I bring the ark of God to me? So David would not move the ark with him into the city of David, but took it aside into the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite. The ark of God remained with the family of Obed-Edom in his house 3 months, and the Lord blessed the house of Obed-Edom and all that he had.
Mhm. Okay, First Chronicles 14. David established at Jerusalem. Now Hiram, king of Tyre, sent messengers to David and cedar trees, with masons and carpenters to build him a house. So David knew that the Lord had established him as king over Israel, for his kingdom was highly exalted for the sake of his people Israel. Then David took more wives in Jerusalem, and David begot more sons and daughters. And these are the names of his children, whom he had in Jerusalem: Shammua, Shobab, Nathan, Solomon, Ibhar, Elishua, Elipelet, Nogah, Nepheg, Japhia, Elishama, Belida, and Eliphelet. The Philistines defeated. Now when the Philistines heard that David had been anointed king over all Israel, all the Philistines went up to search for David. And David heard of it and went out against them. Then the Philistines went and made a raid on the valley of Rephaim. And David inquired of God, saying, Shall I go up against the Philistines? Will you deliver them into my hand? The Lord said to him, Go up, for I will deliver them into your hand. So they went up to Baal Perazim, and David defeated them there. Then David said, God has broken through my enemies by my hand like a breakthrough of water. Therefore they called the name of that place Baal Perazim. And when they left their gods there, David gave a commandment, and they were burned with fire. Then the Philistines once again made a raid on the valley. Therefore David inquired again of the Lord, and God said to him, You shall not go up after them. Circle around them, and come upon them in front of the mulberry trees. And it shall be, when you hear a sound of marching in the tops of the mulberry trees, then you shall go out to battle, for God has gone out before you to strike the camp of the Philistines. So David did as God commanded him, and they drove back the army of the Philistines from Gibeon as far as Gezer. Then the fame of David went out into all lands, and the Lord brought the fear of him upon all nations. See, there is success and victory when you listen to God.
For sure, for sure. And God of yesterday, today, and tomorrow, He never changes.
He's the same.
Forever.
See, the Philistines, they were worshiping other gods.
Yes.
And that was their downfall.
Big downfall. And you see, when called upon, God always led the way to battle.
Yeah.
And He either destroyed them or got them to destroy each other or let His small army defeat them.
Yeah.
And He doesn't change, folks. And He's coming soon. And you guys are going to be shocked at what you see. But do not turn from God. Always pray to God and to Jesus, because He wins. He has won, and He will always win.
Amen to that.
So that ends the
today's reading.
Yeah.
So we'll be back tomorrow. Keep reading the book.
God bless you all.